In this video, let's talk about why people don't buy immediately. So let's talk about this. Okay, this is very important. I find that a lot of beginners are struggling how to turn their leads to sales. So in this video, let's talk about this, right? You probably heard this many times. It takes 7 buying decisions to make a purchase. Not in today's era. Things have shifted so much where you have to adapt and constantly learn new ways when it comes towards this awesome marketplace. So you have to understand biology and what makes people to purchase in the first place. Maybe you heard this 7 times. Now it's actually more than 52 to 57 touch points to actually make a customer to make a buying decision. Okay, so you have to really think about this, is that people are more distracted more than ever. AI has been going towards this place as well. So people are using different types of tools. They want to find the easy route instead of learning the actual fundamentals to grow that skill set, which is crucial. Okay, especially I notice a lot of beginners or people who's been in this space for quite some time are still relying towards on social media, and they're probably consistently posting, but for some odd reason they're still not making any sales. It's because they're still stuck in this belief that thinking, oh, if I just create content on social media, people are gonna magically purchase, or creating AI generated content, which is uh not original content. Remember what I told you. The one thing AI can never replace is human connections. Okay. People need that certainty and that connection to actually make a purchase. Okay. So if it's not 7 days anymore, and now it's actually a lot longer than that, this is one of the secrets where I'm going to go and share what you're missing potentially in your online business. Okay, so we're going to be talking about more of retargeting. Okay, gurus in this space won't teach you about this. They just teach you about build a landing page, thank you page, and perhaps emails, and maybe put them in towards social media links, right? Right? Or you probably heard this many times. You gotta provide value, right? You gotta provide value, right? You gotta create email value, email follow-ups value, right? What they don't understand is that even though, if let's say if you're creating these emails, you still gotta optimize them. And people in this space, especially the gurus, they don't teach you about data. Okay, how important data is. So the biggest secret when it comes to retargeting is nothing different when it comes towards email marketing. It's just putting yourself out there towards Facebook ads. Okay. Emails is more of written content, right? Now, when it comes towards branding, we're going to be adding a pixel here. We're going to tell Facebook that, hey, when people are purchasing, we want to create what's called a custom audience over here. Okay. People who have opted in. So we're going to be creating a custom audience that people who are interested, somewhat interested in your online business. Okay. So let's say you created a custom audience, people who have opted in here. Okay. So you built that invisible list. We'll call it the invisible list. And basically, you probably hear this many times. Build an email list, build an email list. But you're also forgetting that there is a list that you must generate as well. It's called the custom audience invisible list. That's within Facebook. Okay. So the cool part about retargeting, it's nothing different when it comes towards email follow-ups. Okay. So So let's say strategically, these are cold emails and you're providing what's called value in your emails, right? You're getting poor open rates, you're getting poor click-through rates. What we want to do is that we want to do retargeting, okay? I'm going to teach you guys how to set this up. So simple to do, okay? In my next videos, I'm going to be teaching you about this, okay? But the most important aspects is that we got to build that custom audience over here. People who have entered their emails that are somewhat interested, okay? By the time when we built this email, this invisible list, okay? And if you are doing, let's say, videos such as what I'm doing, you're going to have an advantage because people connect with people who are actually putting themselves out there. Look at anybody in this space, even in the online space. The reason why they're crushing it because they understand this idea. People connect with humans, not AI. Okay, AI can help you with automating things, okay, and other things as well, but nothing beats original video content. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is that when it comes towards retargeting, we want to create content and we want to do what's called an objection content. We're going to go pretty deep in here, okay? Objection content. Remember, it's not just creating content. There are different types of content. Okay, there are value content, there are objection content, there are trust content. And there's so much more, but I just want to keep it simple for you guys, okay? Because this is what you guys need, right? We can do this. Content could be like value right here, objection content, and then right here we can do what's called trust content, right? You see how I'm breaking it down, not too broad, but breaking it down so you guys can actually understand the importance of doing this, okay? Content. And then from here, you could do what's called a subtle pitch. And what this is that you are not selling. You're just like, hey, come and check it out. Check this out if you guys want. You see the whole strategy behind this kind of aspects is so crucial, and especially when it comes towards retargeting. If let's say if your mentor or whoever is in this space not teaching the importance of retargeting, stay far away from them, okay? Because if you're not implementing this towards your business, you're gonna have a hard time creating a personal brand, okay? Especially when it comes towards Facebook ads, okay? Sure, you could do YouTube videos, right? You could do both. But YouTube video SEO takes time, okay? And the cool part about this is that you probably heard this many times, right? People gotta know, like, and trust you, right? Is by here. The real know, like, and trust is coming from retargeting. Retargeting helps to follow up, putting your videos based on the ad spend that you are putting. It's going to put your actual videos towards people who have opted in. Make sense? So then from there, what happened is that imagine you built out even more of that. It's going to increase this know, like, and trust you factor. This is how you're going to separate others who's in this online space as well. It took me a long time to figure this out through other mentors and learning about this, but I'm giving this out towards you because I'm frustrated seeing beginners who are not getting the results because they're just taught that, oh, create a landing page, thank you page, that, and create email follow-ups. and perhaps put a social media link in there or provide value. That's not enough. There's a lot more towards it. Okay. And yeah, for my next future trainings, we're gonna go deeper into towards this, where you're gonna get that aha moment. You're gonna be like, oh, this is what I'm missing. And then from there, I hope this video gave you guys a lot of ideas and etc. And if you guys would like to check out my 7-part free training series, it's somewhere below this video or somewhere around this video. Check it out. We'll go pretty deep when it comes towards this. And then from there, I'll see you guys in the next video.